All right, let's let this adventure begin. What is it? This is a, what's it called? A Cheoy Lee. Yeah, Cheoy Lee 40. We're coming out of Orange Beach Marina. I'll let you know when you're clear, Doc. All right, you're clear of the dock. This thing's got the little Ford Lehmans. They're the 4-cylinder, just like a Loop Princess was. They rattle a little bit. Man, it's tight coming out of these marinas. Whew. These boats are polished too. Look at these sport fish over here, just $1 million yachts. Ah, sexy. You can see we got real fire. Just sexy. So we're heading out of the Orange Beach Marina here and then heading into the ICW. And then we'll head over to Destin Harbor, one of my favorite harbors. That's where we're gonna head today. People don't realize all the little channels in here and how easy it is to run aground. Because believe it or not, even in these waters right here, there's so many little channels and you gotta stay in those channels to get in and out of the ICW, anywhere in here. This is where I personally ran aground, just back there when I started America's Great Loop. So it's beautiful here. We're getting ready to get, we're in Florida right now. This is the last bridge, and then we go by one of my favorite anchorages, Fort McRae, just up around the corner here. It's gorgeous out here this morning. Just look at this weather, just absolutely perfect. We're trying to make it to Destin today. I don't know. It's gonna be rough. It's gonna be a tight call. But if we don't, we'll just be right outside of Destin somewhere, over in the Emerald Coast. Out of all the loop, guys, all of America's Great Loop, that's probably one of the coolest anchorages right there. It's called Fort McRae, and you just kind of can go in there right now. You can kind of see on the chart here. Let me show you. So if I was going into the anchorage, I would start in and I would go in and I can anchor right there. I've actually anchored there a few times. So one of my favorite anchorages of all times. Channel through here once we get in. issues. Okay, so I'm down here in the engine room. I'm doing an engine room inspection, and then I find on the starboard engine that a shaft seal is leaking a little bit. So I have to get a wrench and tighten that up and get that water to stop leaking. So that's what I'm doing next. Well guys, I think we got the autopilot dialed in. It seems to be working perfectly. We're gonna hold it perfectly straight. And look at this, we're gonna pass somebody, if you can believe that. We're here in Navarre, Florida. Entering the, what's it called? The Green Coast, I think. I wanna hear you in the comments. What is it called? Emerald Coast. Emerald Coast, that's what it's called. Beautiful up here. It's gonna get late coming into Destin. You can see right here, it's looking like a 6:30 arrival, which will be dark. But we're just gonna throw the anchor out, sleep. We'll get up early in the morning and start over and head to Panama City. It's our plan anyway. You know I'm a simple man. Just a small little house here. No big deal. It's my wife and a small little house here.
Just took a meeting with the locals in the yard.
Everything does. Here's the Emerald Coast right here. And this is just absolutely a little gorgeous little place. So buildings, condos. Right across the bay is Destin Harbor. We're about 7 miles out. We're actually gonna get there probably right in the dark. Boat's running great all day. Oh, I had to put the glass up because it's getting cold. See how close we're, just right around the corner. That's Destin right there, actually. Can't really see it through the screen right here. Oops. Wow, look how beautiful that is. So that's Destin right there. That's where we're gonna spend the night tonight. We're gonna go underneath that bridge and then over to Destin. About 6 miles out right now. Look at that beautiful, that bird right there. That is just freaking. One of my favorite harbors right here. We're gonna have to come into the harbor here when it's probably gonna be pretty dark. But I've been in here enough. I know the channel pretty well. See right here, just follow, stay on our chart. That's all we're gonna do. Only got a couple miles to go. You can see that 2.2 miles, and we should have. I don't know, the moon was, man, look at that. Is that beautiful? That, whew, my God. Doesn't get any prettier than that. My God. Wow. That's amazing. Look how beautiful that is. I wish we could have got here about an hour earlier, but it is what it is. I'm kind of letting you guys see what I'm seeing here. We're pulling in Destin Harbor. I've got my chart set up, that's the route, and then I've got this, I got the radar going so that I can see the opening, I see the depth, I see everything going on here. But this is what I'm, man, look at that, beautiful. It's beautiful. Gotta go underneath the bridge right there. Big fishing boat right there. But this is exactly what I'm seeing coming into this harbor. Now I've made this harbor, I've done this harbor several times. So I'm not too nervous about it. And we're just gonna go in there and drop the hook. call it a night. It's been a long day. Guys, this is exactly what I see here pulling in the harbor. Probably wouldn't do that my first time. If that was my first time pulling into Destin Harbor, it's just kind of a tight little entrance there if you don't know it. There's all the fishing boats for the fishing fleet. But I know it. Here's the tourist boats. All the restaurants. But you can kind of see we're in the channel now. Decorated for Christmas, that looks like. Well, guys, end of day one on this 44-foot Cheoy Lee 40. Did an amazing job today. We're out here in Destin Harbor. We just got here. We put out the anchor. You can see it's one of my favorite harbors. Looks like we're gonna have a beautiful night out here on the hook. And hope you guys are gonna enjoy this series. Got quite a ways to go with this boat. Got the twin little Ford Lehmans in it, just like you guys have seen, like all my Luke Princess had. And the boat's running really, really good. So a lot of got the autopilot working today. That was kind of a pain in the butt, but we got it working. Anyway, make sure you hit that like, subscribe, share it with your friends. Day one in the books on, like I said, the Cheoy Lee 40 trunk trawler.